Japanese man joke. Why couldn't the Japanese man give a high five? Because Logan Paul left him hanging. A Mexican bandit joke. A Mexican bandit made a specialty of crossing the Rio Grande from time to time and robbing banks in Texas. The banks offered a reward for his capture, dead or alive, but offered a much larger award for the recovery of the stolen funds. An enterprising Texas Ranger decided to track him down. After a long and difficult search, he traced the bandit to his hometown. On a hunch, he checked the town's cantina, and sure enough, there was the robber. The only other people in the bar were the bartender and a scrawny, older man at a back table. The time was right to make a move. The ranger drew his revolver, charged into the cantina, and announced, "You are under arrest. I get a reward for you, dead or alive. Tell me where the money is, and I'll let you live. If you don't, I'll shoot you right here, and save myself the trouble of having to take you back to Texas alive." But the bandit didn't speak English, and the ranger didn't speak Spanish. As it turned out, the scrawny man at the back of the bar happened to be a lawyer. He knew the robber, and was bilingual, and quickly offered to translate for the two of them. The ranger said, "Tell him that if he doesn't tell me where the loot is, I'll shoot him here and now." Upon hearing what the ranger had said, and seeing the cold look in his eye, the bandit knew that the ranger meant it. If he did not give up his loot, he was a dead man. Terrified, the bandit blurted out in Spanish that the loot was buried in an old barn at the outskirts of town. "What did he say?" asked the ranger. The lawyer answered, "He said, 'You don't have the nerve to shoot me, Yankee swine.'" Fire joke. Build a man a fire, and he'll be warm for a day. Set a man on fire, and he'll be warm for the rest of his life. Chair joke. To the man in the wheelchair who stole my camouflage jacket, "You can hide but you can't run." On my door and asked for a small donation towards the local swimming pool. I gave him a glass of water. Doctor joke. A woman goes into labor with her child. The doctor says that they have invented a new device to transfer the pain of childbirth to the father. He asks if it is okay to use the new device. The couple agrees, and so he turns the pain to the father to 10%. The man feels nothing. They then bump it up to 20%. He still feels nothing. They keep doing this until they have the machine up to 100%. The man still felt nothing, so they go home happy, until they find the milkman dead on the porch. About their wives. The first man says, "My wife is an angel." The second man says, "You're lucky, mine's still alive." Hand joke. A thief walks up to a man in a suit and pulls out a gun. The thief says, "Give me your money." The man in the suit turns around surprised. He raises his hands and says, "But, wait. You can't do that, I am a congressman." The thief replies, "Oh, sorry. Give me my money." There's a plane going down over the desert with only 3 parachutes on board. There are 4 people on board: the smartest man in the world, the best doctor in the world, an old priest, and a young nerd. The doctor says, "People need me for my medical skills," grabs the first parachute pack, and jumps. The smartest man in the world says, people need me for my intelligence, grabs a pack, and jumps. The old priest says, I have lived a long and happy life. You take the last shoot. The nerd says, don't worry. There are enough shoots for the both of us. The smartest man in the world just grabbed my backpack. Blonde joke. A man walks into a bar, he takes a seat and asks the barman if he wanted to hear a blonde joke. The barman replies, before you tell this joke I want to tell you something. See the woman over there, she is a black belt in karate, she's blonde. See the bouncer over there, he is also a blonde. See the chick over there with that pool case, she is also blonde. Also I have a shotgun behind the bar, I'm blonde. So do you still want to tell your joke? He replies, FK that I ain't explaining the joke 4 times. To the library. Hello ma'am, I'd like to borrow a book about committing suicide. The librarian replies, no, you won't give it back.